到自己有点累，不要跟我玩冷笑戏一定会带来你会变得更颓废。
你看，走，配合你没有办法，只有配合上课啊，走，翻供是吧？你翻供啊！走，翻供是吧
？Hey guys, and welcome to Mika Reaction Reviews. We're reacting to things on the internet. I'm still on the road. I'm still not at my final destination. This will be my location for the next week or so. I'm in Varanasi, India. I just came back from Nepal. So sorry for the background or the setup, but the show must go on. So if you haven't been living under a rock, or maybe you've been living your best life, you've heard of the mass protests and riots that's going on in communist China at the moment. People have had enough. The people have had enough. This isn't the first protest or riot that's happened since they've, enacted this zero COVID policy. Yeah, it's still going on. COVID's still a thing over there. So they have been like welding people into their homes. I saw this really dystopian nightmarish video on Twitter where like they were delivering food through this like kennel box. Yeah, weird. So, chaining people up, and they've been dropping food out like just outside, and then other people will like steal the food because like they're starving. Some people are really hungry. People have been climbing out of windows, like scaling down to try to escape. People are done. People are tired. And if you know anything about China, for Chinese people, the citizens, to speak up and demand better, that's a big thing from what I know. Maybe it's all propaganda, I don't know, but from what I know, that's a big thing. And so congratulations to the Chinese citizens for using their voice and their bodies. But that's not really the story. I mean, that's a story, that's a big story, but the point of this is Apple. So you might have also heard that Apple, I believe, threatened to stop carrying Elon Musk Twitter because how dare he support free speech, right? And so they're trying to virtue signal as if like they're the good guys, like, hey, we hate speech, guys, we're so good, right? But they decided to help the communist China, the government, to suppress the voices of the people. Apple, the good guys. And so basically they had cut off or shut down the airdrop option on their iPhones for the Chinese people, so they cannot get out what's going on in China right now. They can't communicate with each other. It's harder for them to organize and protest and to get out news and what's going on, video clips and pictures and stuff like that to the rest of the world, so they don't become North Korea, right? And so Apple decided to say, yeah, no to you, China. We support the communist government, and we're going to help silence your voices. But they're the good guys, right? Do no evil? Or is that Google? Doesn't matter. They're both hypocrites.
Earlier this month, Apple did the bidding of the Chinese government to crush domestic protests against the Communist Party there. Apple did this by disabling its permanent airdrop feature in China, and so far only in China. That's the only country in which it's disabled. So why did Apple disable that feature in China? Well, because that feature, permanent airdrop, allows iPhone users to communicate directly with one another without using the internet or cellular networks, both of which, in a totalitarian state like China, are controlled by the government. And that means that without permanent airdrop, it's effectively impossible for freedom-minded citizens to organize with one another. They're powerless. Apple, of course, knows this. And that's why when iPhone users in China began using permanent airdrop to complain about the Communist Party, Apple just shut it down. In other words, and again, this is not an overstatement, Apple is now an active collaborator with China's murderous police state. When tanks roll into a Chinese city, Apple is rooting for the tanks.
This isn't new. Like a lot of countries, even here in India, sometimes when there's protests, they shut off the internet. Not a big fan of that, but it's not surprising though. Like, actually, if you think about it, now I'm like, this is not even scripted. I never script my videos anyway, but it's right on. It's appropriate. It's right on point for Apple because they were against freedom of speech on Twitter. So why wouldn't they be against freedom of speech in China? Makes sense, right? Anyway, I'm sick of these big corporations pandering and virtue signaling, acting like they're the good guys, using woke branding to trick stupid people to think they actually care. Kind of like Disney, where they're like, diversity, but then they shrink down the black people on the posters when they send them to China. Same country, CCP. Or they limit the roles of the black actors in movies and stuff like that, but they are still pro diversity. Haha. You know, it's funny because China does the same thing. When anybody talks about them, they try to use the whole like racist thing to get people to shut up about what they're doing to like the Uyghurs and stuff like that. And so they use the whole like, you know, stop hate against, you know, them over there, to get people to stop talking about them, because they know Westerners, especially Americans, like, we're very easily controlled. So if you just say that it's bad, it makes you a bad person. If you talk about what China's doing, then Americans just stop talking about what China's doing because they're stupid. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think of what's going on in China. Do you think anything is going to change in China? Do you think this is like the revolution, the swing and the culture war that China needs? Or do you think CCP is going to squish it, suppress it, oppress it, and nothing's ever really going to change? Do you approve of Apple's move to threaten Elon Musk to get rid of his Twitter and to help suppress the voices of the Chinese people? I hope you don't approve of that, or maybe you just don't care. It's not your country, not your culture. I get it. But let me know what you guys think of this whole thing. Have you been following the story? In the comment section below, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you like to support this channel, if you like further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below. Hit the link, go subscribe to my travel channel. You know, follow me on my travel Instagram, my stories, subscribe. Another great way to support this channel is either join my brand new membership program, different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my merch shop. Also, you can follow me on my Discord, myminds.com, on my Rumble account. Follow me on Twitter. I still have 2 tracks on the channel, so if I disappear, we can still communicate. And if you like, you can super thanks. I also have a second travel vlog channel. And I got me these new earrings. Do you like them? Let me know in the comment section. Anyway,